Moody's, the credit ratings agency, has given South Africa some reprieve, as it on Friday said that it was not going to sink the country into junk status, but rather has changed its outlook to negative. So what does this actually mean? If you take you and I, for example, if you are applying for a loan, credit, or anything like that, you go for a credit check to assess your credit worthiness. And the same thing is done for institutions such as countries and companies. And you have the three big ratings agencies that do this. So right now, Moody's is the only ratings agency that has not put South Africa into junk status. And what this actually means is that South Africa is still part of something called the World Global Bond Index, which basically means that in terms of bonds, people are still investing in bonds. If the country was to head into junk status, what it would mean is South Africa would likely be taken out of this bond index, and all the global investors that would normally have invested in these bonds would be forced to sell the bonds because they have a mandate to only invest in investment grade quality bonds. That would actually mean selling of bonds, which would result in a lot of foreign currency having to leave South Africa's shores, which would weaken the rand, and it would also result in inflation possibly going up in South Africa. So for you and I would likely see a weakening of the rand and higher prices simply because of this outflow of cash. Some institutions actually have as much as 225 billion rand leaving the country if South Africa was to be taken down to junk status by Moody's. South Africa has about 3 months to deliver some savings, about 150 billion rand according to some estimates, in the next 3 months. The midterm budget speech was given last week by Finance Minister Tito Mboweni, and they have until about February next year when the full budget comes out, and to see how are they actually going to be able to reduce some of the costs that are weighing down on the fiscus. Some of the easy things, well, I say easy in quotes, but some of the things that they could save money on is two things. One is the public sector wage bill, which is quite a huge chunk of South Africa's GDP, together with arresting some of the liquidity challenges at the power utility Eskom.